Kyrie, game one to game two, what did you see as the differences or maybe adjustments that Boston made in trying to take you out of your rhythm?
I mean, they definitely made a run in that second half. We felt pretty confident going into halftime, and we talked about it just coming out in that third quarter with a little bit more pop, especially on the defensive end. Felt like we made things difficult in the first half, kept some of their guys, some of their primary scorers to being in certain spots, just trying to corral them as best we could. And then in the fourth quarter, they made some tough ones. They got going. They had a good bench showing tonight. And, when you got 7 guys in double figures, that definitely shows you that it's a team game out there. They play with cohesion and some poise down the stretch. So,
did they do anything defensively to take you off of your rhythm?
No, I just think I came into tonight's game really evaluating the way they were going to play me. And a few shots went in and out, and just getting to my spots, raising up, felt comfortable. Didn't get to the free throw line as much as I wanted to tonight. Didn't touch the paint as much as I wanted to tonight. And, it's just part of the film that I'm going to watch and see where I can continue to attack this defense. Ime knows us really well. He coached on our staff last year. So I think he has some keys in the treasure chest that he's telling those guys. And, this is what makes it special, though, on the flip side. It's just being able to find some weaknesses in their defense and get their bodies moving. And when they're on the swivel, when, we have the ball popping and they're on the swivel and they have to close out to our drives, I feel like we're a better offensive team. But, again, it just starts with the little details and to make sure we cover up for one another.
Kai, this is a twofold. Even before you came back full-time, the sometimes closing quarters has been an issue for this team.
Mm-hmm.
In your mind, that run, whatever, you're up 7 late in the third, where they go on a run and never trail again. What were the 2 or 3 biggest keys where it kind of got away there?
Man, well, I think when you're out there playing, it just feels a little bit different, in terms of just watching the flow of the game, the rhythm of the game change. The momentum shifted in that moment where we're up 7, and then I think it was a foul call, and they hit a 3, and they closed it. They closed that margin, and then we're going back and forth, and then it ties, and then they take the lead, and they never look back in that fourth quarter. I just think they did a great job of limiting us to 1 shot per possession, capitalizing off our turnovers, which they do really well. And they didn't have as many tonight off our turnovers, but they were just timely. And when you get in transition and you get Jaylen Brown going downhill and then Marcus Smart making plays, and then you got guys crashing offensive glass, it just makes it difficult.
And secondly, you just mentioned coming in here that talking at halftime, coming out with even more intensity in the third quarter was kind of a point of emphasis.
Mm-hmm.
And when Steve was just in here, he was saying he thought that the intensity dropped going into the third quarter. I mean, understanding what the stakes are, I mean, how disappointing is that for the intensity to kind of – do you agree with that assessment, and how disappointing is it for it to drop at that point?
To be honest with you, we don't really have time to be disappointed and to hold our heads. This is part of playoff basketball and learning your team and being in these situations where we can have some carryover into the next one. But coming out in that third quarter, we talk about it, and I don't want to say I'm not sure, but we just got to be better moving forward, coming out of that halftime and knowing that when we have the lead and against a good team or a great team like Boston, we just got to take advantage of it. So I think I agree in part with that assessment with Steve, in terms of our intensity, but us as players on the court, we got to control that and rise to the occasion. Just simple as that.
Kyrie, what do you think you need to do to get Kevin rolling again from the field?
We shot 20 free throws. That doesn't happen often. And I don't want to just put it right on Kev because it's a team game, and I think we really want to focus on our team cohesion and building that, and that's been part of our points of emphasis in the locker room and during practices is just raising our level of physicality, staying together through some tough moments. Realizing that when our intensity is not at a certain level, we're just not playing the same. So it's not all on Kev. I think, for myself, I take accountability. I think everybody and on our team takes accountability. But for him specifically, I think as a PG, I just got to get him to his spots and make the game a lot easier. And I believe I can do that with the assistance of the coaches and just having a game plan to attack this, this defense. We're going against no one team in defense in the league. They've proven it. So it's not going to be easy, but it can be done.
To that point, specific to him, what are they doing defensively that is causing him so many problems so far?
I think you see it out there. They're really emphasizing on being in help position. And when you're a great scorer, or you're a consistent scorer where you're used to seeing open space, and you're usually shaking guys with one or two moves. With this defense, those one or two moves, guys are staying on your hip. They're doing a great job of contesting our pull-ups, making sure that we don't get some open looks. And, that's where you go back and watch film and see where you can efficiently attack it, but also know that, you're going to shoot some tough ones sometimes, and that just comes with the series.
Kyrie, we've kind of been talking about cohesion and chemistry kind of all season long, just because of the nature of the season. But
yeah,
being where you guys are now, if that cohesion isn't where it is or where it needs to be, do you feel pressure to have 30 or 40 or 50 for this team to kind of survive?
Our identity is what it is. I just believe that, even me coming out tonight, and I only shot 13 times, I felt like we were in a great position coming out of halftime just as a team. And, it's no time for me to look at my individual stats and what I need to do. It's just, I want us to continue with that effort, and I believe we can do it, and we just got to show it. And this late in the season, though I brought up team cohesion, it is what it is. We really have to just turn the page and learn through our experiences right now. We're going against a team that's been together for the last 4 or 5 years, 6 years. So, they don't have to worry about that. And I don't want us to worry about it in this series and make excuses on why things are not going right for us. It's just time to kind of just strap up the boots and get the ammo ready.
Kind of following up real quick. I mean, yeah, they've been together for a while, but Ime is a first-time head coach with them. Were you surprised that they've been able to get off to the start that they had and kind of be a well-oiled machine the way they've been?
No, I'm not surprised at all. I just think the timing is right. Their window is now for these young guys that are on this team that have matured. They've been through series together. They've been through seasons together. They've been through battles together. And I got a chance to experience some of that. And now being on the opposite end and going against a healthy Celtics team, obviously without Robert Williams, but you're just seeing there's a difference in their verve. There's a difference in the way they approach the game. And also they have a set offense and defense that they rely on. Ime has been a huge part of that. But, you got to give credit to that guy that's sitting in the president's role as well now, that all of a sudden just, we don't get to see him as often. Brad Stevens definitely has a lot to do with that. Yep.